Guys, happy first day of Ramadan. We've got the sun rising right behind me. So what I'm intending on doing, so you're gonna be watching this video on one of two locations depending on what you're interested in. Maybe you're interested in both things. So this month of Ramadan, I am intending on documenting the month in the area of two things. One, in the area of health and fitness, which I will be showcasing on this channel right here, which is tracking everything from, or documenting and tracking everything from exercise to my jiu-jitsu journey to meals and just general overall health and wellness. So I'm going to be doing that here. On my personal, just regular channel, which is where I do all my concept stuff, if you've been following along on that, I'm going to be documenting specifically goals from the perspective of a program that I like attending and I find a lot of value and benefits from, called Visionaire. And so that's going to be over there on my channel under the concept series as part of my Visionaire Ramadan vlogs. So if you want to find details on that, just click in the, you'll find the link in the description below. So in this video, what I'm going to be doing is actually, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. We're going to see as the day goes by. But let's go ahead and start off with first showcasing what my morning meal actually was. So in the last video, you saw exactly what happened in terms of what I prepared. Right? You plan one thing, and then let's see how that plan actually gets executed on. So, but I also want to showcase to you what that, when it comes to the food in the morning meal that I had, what does that actually look like? And then after that, once I showcase that, I'm going to go ahead and go for a walk. And we will walk to 24-hour fitness, and I'm going to do some massage work that usually helps. And this massage, essentially, did 2 days of jiu-jitsu, new kinds of movements, all kinds of different stressors throughout the body. I want to continue that training later today, and so I'm intending on attending the 7 to 8 o'clock class. Maghrib, which is at sunset, is around 8:09 p.m. So as soon as class ends, I'm going to have my iftar. I will be breaking my fast. So that's the plan for today in terms of the fitness stuff. So we'll see how that plays out. So let's go ahead right now. I'm going to be whispering because the missus is sleeping next in the other room. But I'm going to go ahead and showcase to you what the suhoor actually looked like. My suhoor was this. It was 2 dates, quinoa and rice, milk, a Monster, and the protein powder was mixed with the milk. In terms of proteins, that was 45 grams of protein. In terms of carbohydrates, it was 96 grams of carbohydrates. Fats, it was about 10 grams of fat, making the total calorie count 654 calories. Now, I know for myself, I'm trying to stay within a target of about 400 to 700 calories. I hit this right on point. One of the things to note is when you're consuming food, a big part about it is that your body will tell you exactly whether or not you are, like, to tell you to stop. Sometimes we're like, oh, we're hungry, or we have it in the back of our mind, oh, we're not going to be eating all day. We just tend to really stuff ourselves. Don't do that. Listen to your body. Understand that if you eat to satiety, meaning you eat to the point where you feel satisfied, that's a very good place to stop. You're going to be fine, right? And then at the same time, if you push past not only satiety, you push past even to the point you're full, you're going to feel bloated. You're going to feel very uncomfortable. You're going to feel very slow. And so as a means of being, and what's going to happen is it's just going to ruin your entire day. So even today, I got to 700 stuff. I actually kind of felt a little off because I don't usually eat this early in the day. Rarely. My first meal typically tends to be around 1 to 2, maybe 3 p.m. So I actually go a long time before I even eat my first meal. now, which is great, which is going to help me with in terms of the fasting, but because the timings has changed, and when I'm eating the food in relation to when I've actually woken up, that's going to kind of throw me off. So I was feeling a little off, but part of it is that the body is like, all right, you got new food, bowel movement has changed, and so as a result, you're going to feel a little bit different. But here's what this food actually looks like. So when it comes to the dates, I ate 2 of these Natural Delights Dual dates, and then from there I had a half a can of Monster and about a half a 5-hour energy just for the morning, so this way when I go for my walk I can go ahead and unlock that caffeine. I had 8 ounces of milk, and these 8 ounces were measured right here in this cup. So I went ahead and literally poured it up to that point. Then from there I took my protein powder, took 1 scoop of that, and I just put that in there, shook it up, chugged it down. So this was actually the second thing that I had. So I had the dates and from the fridge, I had the milk, 8 ounces of milk, and then I had one of these packets. It's not the whole thing, I actually ate half of it. The other half I put away, right? And that I will eat, probably finish up for iftar. And what's interesting is, while I was eating that, that's when I started hitting that limit of oh, you know what, I'm starting to get full, and I'm also, and after I finished eating it, I decided to do a little bit of work on the computer, and as I was working, I was like, oh, you know what, I gotta go to the bathroom. And so that's basically my body adjusting to the fact that there's food coming into the system, and I'm eating so close to the fact that, so close to the time after I got up from sleeping. So for that reason, I was like, you know what? Because I was actually thinking, I'm going to finish the whole packet. I don't usually finish the whole packet, but this idea oh, you know what? I'm going to be fasting the whole day, and I'm planning on going to the gym right now, not to do some heavy exercise, just to do a little bit of movement, warm up, do some massage. But then later in the day, actually in the evening, before breaking the fast, I'm going to go do some jujitsu. Oh, I got to eat. But as soon as I started feeling that a little bit, I was like, you know what? Stop. Right? Just stop. I stopped eating, covered it up, put it in the fridge. And this is one of the things that you need to understand. You don't need to finish your meal. You don't need to finish your meal. And so, having understood that, then you don't have to throw it away. It's food, right? You don't throw it away. But you don't have to finish it. You can put it away and you can eat it later. So that's basically how I started my suhoor. This is how we're starting the day. Do this for yourself. Get an idea. And this suhoor that I had, I'm going to try to keep that for the next week, right? It's going to be simple. I got the packets right there that I showcased to you. The Monster's ready, half a can, like I have enough supplies here for the rest of the week. So now when it comes to dinner, I already have it in mind, because this is kind of the dinner I would typically eat. The dinner is the Chipotle Southwest. I'm going to be eating 2 of these like I typically do, with a half of these. So if I have half of these, this right here is a whole week, 6 days. That's my 6. So 6 days worth of Brussels sprouts. And I have each of these is 2 meals, because there's 4 breasts in here. So this here is 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 days worth of chicken, or 8 meals, plus 2 more right here. So that is 10. So that's 10 different meals that I can get with the chicken by itself. And if I want it, I can always, because I only ate half of this, right? I can always take that chicken and mix it in with the remaining of the rice. Boom, dinner's ready. And if you want to think about the numbers, that's about another 40 grams in terms of protein with the chicken. And if we look at what is typically 40 grams of protein, we're talking about close to 150 calories. So 150 plus the plus the 240 for the rice. So that's about 400 calories just with the rice and chicken alone. Boom, that's a meal. That's a meal, at least for me, that hits satiety. And so, again, always something to keep in mind so that you don't stuff yourself. Keep these numbers for yourself, Again, an amazing, excellent app to be able to do this and to be able to track that you don't go overboard is MyFitnessPal. Go ahead and download it, install, track the food that you're eating. Once you have a picturesque idea of what that food looks like, you'll be able to stay on point. So I'm gonna go ahead and start walking to the gym. I'll see you there.